My name is Wenduel Stanley, and I'm here at the Branch Church to give a testimony of how good God has been in my life, how He changed my life, how He restored my life. I am in recovery, living a recovery life right now, because I was a full-fledged drug addict and an alcoholic. And I got associated with this church through the SLA program. And it was something about this church that I couldn't grasp at first. I couldn't grasp it. But as I kept coming and coming, it started touching me. And I started feeling different. I knew it was something. I couldn't really get it. I used to Uber to this church, catch buses to this church, pass 1,000 churches that come to this church. And I started to develop a relationship with God that I never had. I always knew God. I started developing a relationship with God. I'm sorry. I never felt this way before. And I like it. And I've been through some stuff, man. I've been to prison. I've been to countless rehabilitation centers, treatment centers. But it took me 60 years to finally get to know God and said, hey, son, I'm ready for you right now. I'm at peace, man. I never had this peace before. I mean, some of the things that I can't even put into words, describe right now how I feel, or the relationship that I have with God. My history, I can tell you about it, from being in a cage, from being ruthless to survive. And now where I am right now, I don't have that ruthlessness in my heart. I'm not fighting for my life anymore to stay alive. I got God right now. See, I had to survive when I was being incarcerated in a cage. I had to do things I wasn't proud of in order to see the next day. People walk by me, man, ain't no telling what I would do to you. I may rob you. But now, the things I'm doing now, I'm surviving, but I'm dealing with God now. I'm helping others survive. I'm more humble now, man. I see people, how you doing? I keep a smile on my face right now. Well, Chris asked me, what is anything you need to pray about? And I said, man, I need to pray about getting a relationship back with my children. I haven't talked to my kids, man, over years. And we sit down and we prayed and we cried. I'll never forget this day, man. And the next day, I had called my ex-wife. She normally just hang the phone up on me. And the phone hung up. And then she called me back. She said, oh, I accidentally hung up. And I was like, where'd that come from? And so I asked about my son, and she gave me my son's phone number. And I called him. He agreed to meet with me. And he asked me, he said, Pop, where you want to meet in Dallas? I said, no, man, wherever you are, I'm coming. And he was in Keller. I'm like, dang, I gotta go way out to Keller. But wherever you are, hey, I'm coming. Keller's one of his favorite restaurants. We went out there, and I was telling him how much of a crappy father I really was. Because I had to speak the peace. I had to make my amends, tell him I knew I wasn't with the crap, man. I'm here now to tell you, man, I'm sorry. And if you allow me the opportunity, another chance of being a father to you, I would be grateful. And he gave me that opportunity, man. I have a relationship with my son now. I saw him yesterday. And I said, man, I want to thank you, man, for the opportunity. He said, no, Pop, thank you. And for all the hurt that I caused this kid, man, for him to tell me, thank me, for him to accept me back in his life, to give me another opportunity to be a father, that's a blessing. He said, well, I have something to tell you. He said, you're a new pawpaw now. Man, I went to go see my grandson for the first time. And I met my daughter-in-law because my son had got married and I had no knowledge of anything. Man, it was a beautiful scene. And now we talk every day. text, "Good morning, Pop," or "How you doing? How was your day?" The power of prayer restored my relationship with my son. I mean, I used to talk about Christians because I wanted what they had but didn't want to give up what I had. And every time I talk about God now, this is what happens. And these are tears of joy. I'm not crying out of sorrow no more. See, all that's gone. I'm crying tears of joy, and I'm happy right now. Thank you, God.